let's get started.
It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here.
Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Good morning.
Houston, Texas. It's Tuesday, September the 3rd of 2024, and it's 6:01 a.m. with Roula, Ryan, Eric, and Sam, and it's Tuesday, but it feels like Monday, but we have to keep reminding ourselves it's Tuesday.
Yeah, we got to get into a revenge this morning at 2 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Okay,
7
this is gonna
o'clock.
be
I
good,
don't know.
too.
I'm frazzled because I'm going through the
It was
list
Tuesday?
lines and somebody really attacked me. They attacked apparently all of us.
No, it's pretty funny. They didn't attack one person.
Yes, one person.
One person was
spared.
They have
beloved.
one favorite.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll get to that a little bit later.
But to go from that extreme to the other, yeah, you got to play that later,
Yeah,
like at 6:40.
yeah, I'm still working on it right now. I'm just like frazzled. I'm like, wow.
Yesterday when I got back from Galveston, I was thinking, oh, wait, it is Monday, and all the things that I usually do on Mondays, like, I don't know, I just, it throws you off. Happily, it throws you off because you forgot. On Sunday, I did a story on Instagram where I was like, look who I found on the beach, and it was Eric. And I thought it was Monday in that story.
Oh,
I feel like it was Monday in that story, Labor Day, even though it was Sunday.
You found
I was
each other
off
on the
whole
beach?
weekend.
well,
Well, on purpose because our
we're
kids
near
were
each
together.
other. Kids are already playing.
But I feel like it was weird. Like, I don't know, all weekend I was off. I was like, wait, what day is today? Why does one day throw us like that?
Because we're not used to it.
I'll take it.
Well, we did do that stat, I think like last year, that for every Monday off, like for every work day off you have, like a work week, work day off, it takes you 4 days or 3 days to recover from that day. So by the time Thursday comes around, you're like, okay, I'm good to go. And it's already Friday again tomorrow.
That's what I just think of as 4-day work week. Yes.
Do other countries have that? Where they just have like 4 days a week? I know that we in America work more than anybody else in the world.
I'm always intrigued by Australia. I don't know why.
Why?
That country, maybe
Oh, you listen to those
because radio shows. I'm just always like, when do they go to school? Obviously, our summer is their winter.
Yep.
Vice versa. Christmas there is 100
Hot.
degrees. Screw that.
Summertime in the
But they,
hemisphere.
don't they get like
Like when-
3 months off or something?
I have no idea. Like stuff like that, I always wonder about. How other countries do it.
I think I remember.
I guess I could Google it. I just never
I think it's year round.
care enough.
We're
Like,
actually,
their
I
school,
feel like
I
I don't
think,
feel like
is-
actually typing on
Yeah, I
it.
think their school is year round, but they have like a month off somewhere in between. I can't remember how it works. It's not traditional, like what we know as traditional.
Like my friend in California, is it Corona, California? She was a principal there, and it was like year-round school. It was like you go to school 3 months, off a month, then school for 3 months, off a month.
That's kind of cool.
I don't know. I think as a parent, would you like that or not? Because it's nice. Because then
You could take mini
instead of
vacations.
all summer, they're at home and they're bored for 3 months straight,
Yeah.
as opposed to they're only bored for 4 weeks straight, and then you got to go back to school in 4 weeks. I don't know. I wouldn't like that as a kid. I want a 3-month summer.
I think it depends where you're at, too. I mean, especially with weather, like up north when they have severe weather elements, maybe you got a month off when it's all just a frozen wasteland and you can't do anything. Yeah, that's not so fun.
Yeah, you want those snow days.
Which now, I mean, we're officially in September, and in Houston, that doesn't change anything with weather, but there are parts of the country that definitely feel fall. Like they're feeling their pumpkin spice.
They get their orange leaves.
Well, it felt cool this weekend. Like I wasn't hot.
Oh, I
That
don't
storm
know
when the
about
storm
that.
hit Galveston. It was
On Friday night,
drought.
it was no, Saturday night, it was nice. It wasn't so
Friday was hot, then all of a
humid.
sudden Saturday and Sunday it got a little bit cooler.
Oh, in Galveston?
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't like that here in Houston. That's
No?
right. I was going to take the dogs for a walk. I'm like, nope, this is cruel. Can't do it. they're gonna have a stroke.
Cool for you.
Also, what
For
throws me
them, I
is-
mean,
You're like, oh, sure,
you
dogs.
You shouldn't be taking your dog for a walk when it's above 90.
Well, it throws me that you're just like, 55, 60 minutes away from here to legit Galveston, and it can rain like hell on one side, and here it's like, oh, I don't know. Or we get so much rain, and they're like, oh, it's sunny over here.
Like I took
Yeah,
Rula's
that makes
kids
sense.
and my kids to Five Below, Galveston.
You're a
So,
brave man.
Whatever road that is. There's a Whataburger over there. It's like you turn by that Walgreens off 61st Street.
I think it's
yesterday,
Stewart Road.
yesterday going home, it looked like a lake. I was
Wow.
like, damn, that was crazy.
Yes, I was trying to leave yesterday, and I turned
Was
around
flooded, side
6
streets are
different
flooded?
times because everything was flooded so terribly in Galveston.
And then you get once you get out past the causeway and you get up before Buc-ee's, it was dry as a bone.
Mm-hmm. Like it hadn't
nothing
rained at all.
happened. It was like, what the
really?
heck? Galveston
Just
was
down
like
in
a,
Galveston.
it's
Yeah,
like
because
a
I
war
was going to say,
zone.
I feel like it didn't rain in my part of town crazy this weekend. It was more of like just kind of a drizzle.
Yeah, it was like a spit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was that kind of like, you're driving on the road and the rain is spitting on your windshield.
I hate that. It's like, just rain.
Yeah. Either
It's enough to
do it
make
all
your
the
wife-
way or not.
You
We
get
went and
crappy
saw
wipers.
I feel
Pick
bad.
one.
We went and saw the Strohs on Saturday, and it was kind of like a last minute thing, like, well, let's try like the ticket scalpers or resale ticket place. And we actually got a really good price, got good seats. And I text Leslie, our boss. I'm like, hey, are you guys going to the game? Like, oh, yeah, we're here. And we never saw her because it's like, I said, oh, you're enjoying this game because we beat the Royals. And
Because her husband's a
Royals
Kansas
fan.
City, and
Yeah.
then she supports them. For some reason, I think she likes the Royals more than the Astros.
And the
I
Chiefs.
think so, too.
What about the Chiefs,
Well, of course
too?
she's going to let the Chiefs
You know
more.
you support
Are you
a
gonna
team-
go, a team that's about to go for a three-peat? Of course
Yeah.
you're going to jump on. I mean, she was always there even when they...
But I did the
We're doing well.
ultimate
But
thing
you know
that I
that she
criticized.
supports them when she says we when she talks about them.
Yes.
We weren't doing this. I go, oh,
So you
okay,
didn't
I
meet
know
up
where
with
your
them?
heart
I
is.
did what I criticized everybody else for. It's like, man, we're going to have a hard time getting out of here. We're blowing them out. Yeah, it's like, ooh, we got half an inning. Let's get to the car. So we didn't meet him just so we could get, our car out
To do what?
What
to
was
go
the
home and just sit
score?
around and do
Guys.
nothing.
and not
Yeah.
be stuck in traffic for an hour.
It's
So
pretty fast.
we got
depending
home
on
pretty
where you
quick.
are. What was the score when you left?
Oh, it was like, I forget. It was 4-1.
That's not a blowout.
Yeah, it's
You
not
need
like 10,
Blowout's
10-0.
10-0.
Yeah, but it was like, there was like, yeah, we were going to do it.
You
you
fell
could
into
tell.
the Houston
I
Houstonian
get it.
trap.
Where Houstonians don't stay to the very end.
I saw a stat. I know it was from last year because it said 2023-24 for cheapest prices for drinks and everything, and Texans were number one. But then it said for fan base, they were like second to last. And I think that was last year. Remember they were bad for 4 years.
Wait, what do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
You mean
The stat was saying for the worst fan base was Texans were the worst. Like Cowboys were like number 3, number
Okay.
2, and Texans were like 29th place. But I think that's because remember for 3 years, remember
right.
people
Yeah.
we were
They were-
betrayed by management of the Texans?
McNair them.
for
He's turned it
messing with
around.
our
He let
team.
his wife take over, and like in the interviews, Cal McNair's wife, she's in everything. Like he just sits there. Let's her.
Happy wife, happy
But
life.
what is the
then
what's
they're
the stat
successful.
about the
Well, they're also the
The
cheapest
drink, though?
drinks, like the cheapest booze compared to all the cheapest food.
at the venue?
Yeah,
And it's not like people aren't spending the money. When you go to an Astros
and I'm
game,
like, really? That's the cheapest?
like every single person there is wearing Astros gear. I don't think there's anybody there that didn't have some sort of Astros gear on.
See about all the money they get from that.
Yeah.
They can afford
What is
Bregman
the
and Tucker.
percentage? Like,
Yeah.
do they get a piece from Academy and
they own
their
it.
Dick's
shop
Sports
is
Goods
packed.
and all that?
I don't
Like,
know.
what's the piece on the merchandise? I wonder for the franchise owner.
It's probably
Is
pretty
that Jim
good.
McCrane money
But the
coming
line
in?
going
Yeah.
in and out of the
Or
gear
MLB.
shop in the ballpark while the game is going on is crazy.
Why do you think the Cowboys are worth $10 billion? You see,
From their gear.
you see that star everywhere. You see Yankee hats. When I was in France 2 years ago or last year, people wearing Yankee hats and Dodger hats. They don't even
Yeah.
know who they are. They just know it's a symbol of
Right.
They have,
passion.
America.
they have that on their beret.
And I
They
think
should do that. A little Yankee beret.
Yeah.
Sam, you said you were born in 92, right?
Yes.
So you are one of the generation that has never seen the Cowboys actually be successful. But you know the success of cowboy merchandising.
Yes.
Like, you know the popularity of that, but you've never actually seen, you were not, you don't have any memories of actually seeing them win anything, which is so interesting about the fan base because they really haven't won in such a long time. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they haven't won since 90s. What
95, 94?
was it? 96 Super Bowl?
That was the last time.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they haven't won since the 90s.
I think they won like 3 playoff games since then.
well,
So
maybe this year is their year.
Yeah. They could go undefeated and then they go to the playoffs and they'll choke. So
Yeah, it's fine. My team's not going to do hot this year.
and right now I can't even watch like ESPN or anything on or Channel 13.
Why?
There's a big dispute with. I have AT&T because it came with my building free,
Uh-huh.
and then but they're part of DirecTV, AT&T.
Oh,
DirecTV.
yeah, that big
So there's a big thing going on right now where Disney pulled all their channels from DirecTV.
Yeah, that was a big stink.
Really?
Yeah.
They did it right
Oh, I
before the
have
football
DirecTV
game
Stream.
too.
I didn't even look.
Yeah,
People
look-
were mad.
Yeah, you won't be able to watch, I guess Monday Night Football.
If you need something, I got you.
Yeah, I mean, there's other places to go. There's
Yeah.
ways around it nowadays.
Call Sam during her show.
Yeah.
She's got you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She'll give her password out to
I'll
every
let ya-
person in
I'll
Houston.
let you know
It's a pain in the butt when you
little
got certain
secret.
things. Like I get it for free, so I'm like, yeah, it's all easy. I don't want to pay.
Right.
for
When I
YouTube
used to live in
TV
my
or-
apartment, the apartment didn't allow
whatever.
anything else but AT&T. They had a contract with AT&T.
That's what they do. They get the whole building.
So you have to drop, and that's how you get out of like your Comcast contract. Because I was coming from a townhouse that had Comcast, and when I moved to the apartment, they were like, "Oh well, you're in a contract now." And I said, "Well, I don't have a choice. I'd like to keep you, but they won't let me. They have to check with that. They have the addresses of everybody, and they go, "Oh, okay, yeah, I see. We're not contracted with them, so we'll let you out." You're like, okay.
My wife's like, oh, now I can't watch The Bachelorette tonight, the finale.
Can't you get it on Hulu?
Yeah,
Just
the next
watch-
day, not till
yeah.
4 a.m. or something.
Oh, that
Right.
stinks.
I know. I'm so delayed from it.
Oh, you're behind? No,
I'm
you're-
really behind.
You'll be
But it's
screwed.
it is because they already told us who the next Bachelor was.
Oh,
and
really?
That was even before the episode I got to watch.
I think it's because
They
this
left.
season is lacking for them.
I'm sure it
I
is.
mean, Sam and I were saying off the air last week, are you watching The Bachelorette? Like, what's even happening with that show? I feel like there's no hype around it this time around.
That's because Love Island is
Took over.
taking over
Yeah,
everywhere.
you go to all these other different streaming reality shows, and it's like The Bachelor, Bachelorette. It's kind of boring compared to the scandal of other shows.
Yeah.
It just is. Everybody else is up there.
And guess what's coming next,
game.
Ryan? The Golden Bachelor.
Oh, the Golden
Or
Bachelor.
Bachelorette.
Bachelorette,
Yeah.
the Golden Bachelorette. I have seen
know.
those previews.
Was she 40? She's golden.
Yeah, in Hollywood standards,
Yeah,
yeah.
Hollywood 35.
Yeah. Okay, coming up next, Adele is one of the many stars who's had a residency in Vegas, and the amount of money that she has made. Does that mean she's retired now? When you find out how much money she made and what she said at the end of this tour, oh man. Oh man. All right, here's your weather for today.
It's going to be cloudy, high in the low 90s right now. 78 degrees and 612 on the Roland Ryan Show.
Y'all ready?
This is Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
On KRBE.
It is brought to you by Taquerias Arandas, and today we begin the Taylor Toss-Up. From 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., you'll have 5 chances to play along, and it could land you at the Eras Tour in Miami with hotel, airfare, and 2 tickets to the show. What you need to be listening for is us to tell you to call in to identify the 3 Taylor songs that we have basically mashed together. It is a super quick mashup of 3 of Taylor's songs. You must identify all 3 of those songs in order with their correct titles in order to become a finalist for the Eras Tour trip. And you would know exactly what time we're starting today if you signed up to be a KRBE VIP Insider.
I got mine
We email
yesterday.
you the time.
You got your
Or 2
VIP
days ago.
status?
A couple days ago. I got it. 'Cause
So-
yesterday was Monday. So
There
you go.
I know
Yeah.
when I went to my email at home, I looked. I saw it there.
And we were encouraging people to sign up when we first started talking about this happening this week, because you can still sign up right now today, but it's not going to be that quick of a turnaround to find out the time for
It's not
today.
like in seconds or minutes.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit of time to process.
They have to
the
roll it back
sooner-
out again when they get more people.
Right.
Exactly. So the sooner you become an insider, the better.
Yeah, and we're not doing it just today. It's all week long. It's for like the next, how many weeks? A lot of weeks. We're doing
Yep.
it for a long time, I think 4 weeks. So Taylor Toss-Up, know your Taylor music. Moms and dads who have Swifties in their lives, who really want to try and win this trip and take their kid, you got to get with the catalog with your kids, because your kids would know it. Be like, oh my God, I got through and I don't know the song. And then your kids would be like, Dad, I know that song.
Oh, that'd be the
So-
worst. Your dad got on and then he chokes.
Oh, no.
I'm like, I
And it's
don't
like
know if
something
my daughter
simple, one
was
of the
here,
simple
she'd
ones.
know it. Right, Taylor Toss-Up. And you're going to hear it every time, right? Because we do it 5 times a day. So let's say the first person that gets through maybe gets the last song and doesn't get the first 2. Well, now you know what the last song is.
Yep, that's
and then
true.
the next person got the middle song, but didn't get the first song. Well, now you know the middle and the last song are. So then the third time around, hopefully you heard the first 2 times. And
in
then
my head, I'm thinking that when people hear that person call, 98% are like, please choke.
yeah,
they
I hope
want
you
him
don't
to
get
choke?
it.
So that they
I
can
hope
roll
you
it.
don't get it.
Get my 2 out of 3. That way it makes it easier for me.
Right. So that's what we're starting today. 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. is the official window where we enter the Taylor Toss-Up. Okay, so Adele has been performing in Vegas. She had a couple little hiccups there with her scheduled dates because of vocal rest and not feeling well. And she is going back into the Coliseum from October 25th to November 23rd. And she said that is going to be when she's just done for a really long time. She goes, I'm going to take a break for an incredibly long time. You know why? Because she makes $2 million a show.
Oh.
Holy crap. 2 million?
She makes $2 million a show.
That'd be hard
To
to
go
give
out
up.
and sing for 2 hours and make $2
She's
million.
done over 100 shows.
Wow.
Each night she makes $2 million bucks. So she never has to work again ever. She never
So-
has to put another album
I
out.
was not expecting that number.
$2 million per show.
So she's made $200 million then already.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh my
back
God.
in
She has to pay her
July-
agents and stuff, so.
Well, I
taxes,
know.
so.
Maybe $100 million.
Ooh.
How
How's she
will I
feel?
ever
How's she gonna
survive?
live?
She says she does not have
Wow.
plans for any new music. She wants to take a huge break to do other creative things. She said she's been working a really long time to live her best life, and now she actually wants to live it.
You got
So-
small kids too. You want to be mom.
I think her son is like 11 now. I think she and I were pregnant at the same time. Like we're off by like maybe
She
4
only
or
had
5
one
months.
kid. I thought
just
she had
one.
just one. Okay.
Plus
Yeah.
now it's like her act is going to be singing oldie stuff, like her
Like
hits.
the originals.
Oh, a nostalgia act. At a
Like,
certain
unless
point.
she gets a big, like a Titanic type thing. I always think like Celine Dion.
Yeah.
Like, that brought her a big, huge
Well, think about
new
it.
hit.
Every artist reaches that point in their career where it's nice that they still want to make new music, but their fan base has
Doesn't
just
wanna hear
decided that they just want to hear the hits. So what's the
Play
point
the
in making something new if
I mean, you still want to be creative and you want to
I
think you
get
can do
that.
something.
And that's fine. You can play that as long as you make sure you give us the hits and the new thing.
Yeah, we need a song to go
you
get
need
beer.
Yeah, you need a beer
Right.
song.
Bathroom break.
Always need a pee break. Come on.
Oh,
now.
I don't know this song. Okay. Oh,
But once you got the hits, I mean, I think Billy Joel is the perfect example about that because 30 years ago he said, you know what, I got plenty of music here. I'm going to stop making records. And he'd go out and sell out every single show for the last 30
Plus, it
years.
used to be like working man type songs.
yeah.
And now, I was going to talk about the Hamptons. I had some caviar with Howard Stern.
Well, he also has a catalog that can fill 3 hours of a show.
Is that what he sounds
No
like?
problem.
Easy. He did make a new song last year, and it was really good.
I don't remember the name of it.
Turn the lights back on.
Yeah, sure.
The video was good.
Give me Piano Man. You better sing Piano Man.
That was Sabrina Carpenter taste. That song's good. Have you heard that song?
He did that one?
No, but her
I was
video.
like, he wrote that for her?
The video came out last week with her and Jenna Ortega.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, I didn't see it.
Do we play it at nighttime? I'm sure.
Maybe.
I'm sure Laura's got it.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
we have made
I'm sure
that
we
in the
start playing
morning
that,
yet.
then some mom will be like, "What?
What?
You're kissing that girl and you got me on your lips." Oh,
Well, what about Cool for the Summer by Demi Lovato? People didn't know that was low-key girl kiss song. Cool for the
Yeah.
Summer is about that. You
nice.
just think it's cool for the summer.
Okay.
Well, it's cool for the summer. Anyway, okay, One Tree Hill is coming
Yeah.
back.
Oh,
if you
no.
are a big fan of One Tree Hill, well, 2 of the original cast members are joining forces to develop a sequel series for Netflix. It's Hillary Burton Morgan and Sophia Bush. They are going to produce the new One Tree Hill sequel series. No word on whether any other cast members from the original are returning yet.
What was the original run of that show?
3 to
2003
12, I
to
think.
2012. That's a
Okay.
long time.
That's
That's
what I
almost
watched.
10
it.
years.
Oh, yeah, I
No,
loved
it's
it.
Yeah,
so
I was
good.
gonna say you're all about
When
it's
I
it.
been
think
off
of One
there
Tree
for
Hill, I
12
think of
years.
Eric because he was like the guy that was like all in
yeah.
it when it was live.
There's a guy on the show. He was like the bad guy, the dad, and he had
The
to
Peter
get
Gallagher?
no, that's OC.
Oh, the OC.
I like
I
that one, too.
confused.
I love
But
the OC. I
He had
didn't
like
get
a
into
heart.
that.
He had to get a heart transplant or something. I forget what it
Uh-huh.
was. And the guy had the little cooler.
The cooler.
And he tripped and it fell on the floor. And this animal ate it.
Animal ate his heart.
Yeah, the guy. He's like, oh.
We had your
Oh
transplant,
my
he saw his-
but a
gosh.
raccoon ate it.
Oh my God, that is sick. That really
But the guy was
happened
such
on
a
the
jerk,
show?
though. You're like,
So he dies.
no, I forget what
Oh.
happened. I just remember that scene. It's,
That is
it's
so
on TikTok
bad.
a lot.
So funny.
So weird.
That is not okay. I'm
That's what's
disturbed
amazing.
by
Like
that.
TikTok and Instagram, they bring back
TikTok?
these shows. TikTok
Is that a new one?
and Instagram bring back these shows.
I am
Yeah, they have these
disturbed.
clips, and then people become interested.
Speaking of Netflix, I only saw the preview. I did not lock in over my Labor Day weekend of enjoying the outdoors and my family to watch Joey Chestnut take on Kobayashi in their hot dog eating contest, the special about
Oh,
them
no.
and the Nathan's hot dogs. But they did a competition that had tons of money involved with sponsors and whatnot, but the actual winnings, aka the purse, was $100,000. And Joey Chestnut, man, he like smoked Kobayashi.
Oh, really? How
Yeah.
many?
Joey Chestnut had 83 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
Oh, my God.
Kobayashi had 66.
Still really good.
That's a
both
butt
of them.
kicking, though.
But Kobayashi wasn't he the one who created the whole
Yeah, he was
soaking the hot dog in the
In
water?
the water,
Hot
the
water.
bun in the water.
Gosh, that
And
makes me
then-
so grossed out.
They went-
That's even
they-
fun to watch. Just
It's
thinking about it
not
makes
fun
me
to watch.
No, because it's gross. Like it looks
yeah.
painful. The way their
It does.
faces are like they're in pain trying to get that down. Your body shouldn't be made for that.
Remember that happens. That's when aliens come down and they see this and they go up.
Wow.
we're
I'm
taking
out.
over
This is not a race worth saving.
Yeah.
the cure for anything.
We had the cure for everything, but I think we're going to let you guys be on your own.
It was the first time since 2009 that they competed against each other, and Joey's own personal record was beat. His own personal record was 76 hot dogs. He had 83.
Were they really hot dogs or the plant-based ones?
No.
Oh,
Like,
I didn't watch
impossible.
it. It doesn't say.
Remember,
it
that's
here.
why
he was banned.
Yeah, that's why he was banned.
He's banned from Nathan's.
Or he did a commercial maybe for plant-based and he's like, something Nathan's was mad about. That's why he
It
wasn't
doesn't say
on.
here in the
Oh,
notes
really?
from
I didn't hear
NBC.
about that.
I don't think
Yeah.
he was against hot dogs. I
There
think
was a whole
he had a
thing.
deal with
He just got to,
Yeah.
hey,
An
it's an endorsement.
Right, you're
you
not
can't
paying
be
me.
mad at him for
Yeah. It's not like-
wanting to make money.
unless he was going to wear that outfit, like the shirt that promotes another hot dog.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Was
So-
it impossible meat?
I don't know.
It doesn't
something like
say in
that.
the notes that it was. It says the hot
Probably.
dogs. Because Joey Chestnut makes a joke in the trailer on Netflix, like, who's going to be the biggest wiener? Like, winner? Wiener. Nah. Originally, Kobayashi had to retire because his jaw was having issues.
Got TMJ?
Remember? It's something worse than that. I don't know what the condition was called, but because of the way they have to take down the hot dogs so fast.
MSG or whatever.
MSG. That's right, in the hot
MSG,
dogs.
That's what they put in. Like,
There's something
Asian
up
food.
with Kobayashi's jaw, and that's why he had to remove himself from competition. So obviously, they got paid money to do this special, and then the $100,000 was for the winner, which was Joey Chestnut.
Maybe
and
it
I
was
wonder
like
how much
a-
money he's made over his
It
career.
was a no-name generic brand hot dog or something.
Plumpers.
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 I saw two specials over the weekend, one for Roula, one for Sam. Sam, real quick, you got to watch My Worst Ex Ever. And Roula, the Gary Coleman documentary on Peacock.
I don't think I want to watch that.
When you watch that...
It's about kid stars whose parents take over
It's
their
just
money.
how he lived and how he died. And I mean, I come across watching
Depressing.
this like, ooh, I think his wife or ex-wife had something to do with it.
Oh, there goes Ryan
Uh-oh.
again. Accused people of
That's a
murder.
personal
Good thing
opinion.
this show isn't in Los Angeles.
Yeah, she's a big...
You know how many lawsuits would have from
She likes to
celebrities?
sue everybody, but I'm just saying,
And you just put it out there.
it's a personal feeling when you watch it.
I have no
Tell
feelings.
me what you're feeling.
I don't even want to watch it now. I don't want to be
Nothing.
associated with the law.
What I do
don't need a
know-
lawsuit in my life.
What I do know is that the listener line was busy over the holiday
Oh,
weekend.
yeah.
713-278-VENT. If you called that line, maybe you're the star of this next segment because apparently somebody is not nice to all of us, but one was saved. Let's hear those calls next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
You have 912 messages.
Ew. Screw you, clown.
You are a know-it-all, know-nothing.
Really? Yeah. That's exactly right.
I don't
Here
know,
you're
maybe
gonna
we
call.
can get this new guy built into the intro.
Well, you're going to call the listener line at 713-278-VENT. First, we need to start off with something cute and fun. You got Holden's call ready to go?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay.
We gave a shout out on text. See, we see your text all the time at 37530. And, you know, we don't know how exciting it is for you. I mean, I assume you're excited if you text us and ask us to give you a shout out and then you actually hear the shout out. That's pretty exciting. Well, they were super excited. Here we go.
Hi, this is Holden. Thank you for the shout out this morning. It made me feel better. Tonsil surgery went well. I'm now at home and I got a Chick-fil-A milkshake. Okay, bye. Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
That's so
Holden's
sweet.
mom texted that he was feeling nervous about his tonsil surgery. And then we got on the tangent of what do they give you at the end of tonsil surgery these days? It's 2024. What do you get now? Was it a popsicle? Was it ice cream? He got a Chick-fil-A milkshake, but not given by the hospital, I guess. His mom got him one? I'm going to guess.
Does that-
I'm assuming
Does that mean
his
it's like
mom.
outpatient then?
Oh, everything is outpatient.
yeah, yeah.
My ankle
Everything is-
surgery was
Yeah,
outpatient.
yeah.
'Cause like in the old days, wasn't it? Like I still my tonsils.
Tonsils, you'd
but-
spend the night in the
Were they
hospital.
like a couple days in the hospital?
I did when
Or
I
they
was
did
a
that with
little
babies.
kid.
Now you're out as soon as that baby's.
Yeah, they're like, oh, cool, you popped it out.
Yep.
Now
Great,
get home.
go home.
Go.
Enjoy these potholes in Houston.
You know, I was thinking this yesterday, Sam.
you
when
know
I,
that?
I know, right?
Golly.
Exactly, so bad. It's,
You think any mom ever sits in the front?
oh, God, no.
There's no way, right?
You're not sitting in the front when you're coming home with a new baby.
No, because you want to see that
Yeah,
baby.
You're
We
right
all,
next to
right?
that
Sit in
baby.
the back with the
And
baby.
then we're
right?
driving
and you
like
gotta like film it. You're like, this is our first car ride together.
And every dad is like
15 miles an
driving
hour.
so slow.
How
baby
long,
on board.
How
move
long
it.
is the average mom in the hospital?
Well, it's supposed to
when
be
they
like
have a
24
baby?
hours from push out. I think 48 from C-section, depending on issues or not. Like I was in for 5 days with Alexandra.
Oh, were you? Mine
Where
was
is Eleni? Eleni was
3.
for 5 days.
Yeah,
She
mine
was emergency C.
Right, that's how mine was. And then I got an infection.
No,
and then
good
Santiago
times.
had
That's
an
always
infection,
fun.
you know.
You're like, fun
Oh,
time.
yes.
And then I'm like, yeah, you want another one? Okay, cool.
Sam and I can
Can't be
tell
any
you
worse,
gross
right?
birth stories if you're ready for 6 o'clock breakfast time. You know what it feels like when that gut opens back up? It's so gross. Anyway, okay, so it's good to know that Holden got his ice cream milkshake. Very nice.
We didn't get one of those.
We didn't get that. I got crushed ice and apple juice, and it was
Oh, yes, apple juice.
amazing.
You
crushed
love apple
ice and
juice.
apple juice.
But for the next calls, I
Only in the
gotta say,
hospital.
gotta say parental advisory for the following calls.
This person took a lot of time.
I mean, he was angry.
They could have just called and they could have just went off.
Spaced. Yeah.
Like vented
But
all
no,
in one shot.
They called each time to just attack one of us.
One person. It was one person at a time.
One
he
person
would
got
call.
love.
Isolated phone calls each time.
Every
Oh, wow.
single time.
And they're
he
short
called.
and sweet.
Right. Here we go.
You, Ryan.
Oh,
All right.
That was one
typical.
call.
That's usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I figured out. I'm like, okay, that's normal. Then all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute.
What was this?
You, Special K.
Oh,
What was this after though? Like what?
What
was it.
time of
That
day were
was
the calls
it.
left? Do we see the
All-
timestamp on the
Oh,
calls?
Or did they listen on the podcast and then they just called and
Let me
they?
look.
Because we've got 2 shifts of the Roula and
This is
Ryan
on a
show. We have the
Friday.
live shift, and then we have the afternoon podcasters who call.
9:28 p.m.
Yeah. It's
Oh.
at night.
Oh.
Let me try that.
You, Sam.
Whoa.
9:26. Yeah, so every 2 minutes.
Sam's like, "Ew, what I do?"
Ew.
You, Eric.
Oh,
Okay, that one was probably necessary.
Yeah, but I'm
mine?
sure it warranted.
Ouch.
Yeah, Sam's like, I'm always nice.
he's an only child.
Rula, you're cool. Bye.
Bye.
That's probably Roula. That's Roula doing a character voice.
Right.
And that means you got character voice.
What
Well,
in the
I wonder what we were
world?
talking about that made him so mad at me.
Right.
Okay.
But he has got to sit through
I
that
think-
voice prompt for each one of
That's why it
us.
was 2 minutes each time. So it was like, it took 10,
That's
12 minutes.
dedication.
Well, we invite
I would
you
just
to
do it
call
all
back
at
to the
once.
listener
What did
line
we
and
do?
tell us what
Yeah,
you were
can you at
listening
least
to.
tell us what we did?
What
That made
did
you
we
mad.
do that made him so
I don't think it was
mad?
something they did that we did that day. I think it was just
in general?
cumulative. Just
Oh.
That was built up.
713-278 vet,
whatever.
by the way, is that number again. 713-278-8368 is the listener line. Like I said, you call the line, you could be the star of the show.
And all the
Very
people
what
now
you
are
said.
giving their text about how long they were in the hospital.
Oh, really?
Oh, let's see.
But it basically looks like 2 days.
2 days is the average
Yeah.
now when you have a baby?
Well, it depends on your insurance and it depends on how you had the baby.
Yes.
They're not gonna rush you out if you had like an emergency C-section. If everything went as planned, the C-section is longer than the push out because it's an actual surgery that is happening on
I think-
the body.
Did you go to the
babies-
improv again?
The
Which one?
Someone said I saw Ryan at the improv.
Oh, it did on Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night.
Yeah.
They were too shy to say hi.
Oh, we talk to people all the time. Like anytime you see us at
Really?
anywhere.
Do you have
please
season
come up.
tickets?
No.
To the improv?
No, there's just been a lot of comedians. There's been a lot of comedians that we've liked lately,
Because every week
Such a troll.
and we've been going.
Who was
That's
there
all.
on Friday?
Good for you, Ryan.
It was Ari Spears, and I forget who the
we used to
warm-up
have him
was.
on all the time. But then he just kept doing the Shaq thing all the time. The Shaq.
Wasn't he in trouble with
Mad
Tiffany
TV?
Haddish or something?
Oh,
He had
Tiffany
some
Haddish.
He had some
Yeah.
controversy with her.
He got up
Both
on
of them
stage and he
did.
said, "Hey, if you're here, you don't believe it, and obviously, I'm saying you don't believe. I don't know. I don't know what it's all about, but I laughed.
This week will be interesting because Joe Coy will be at the Toyota Center. He'll be in the studio, I believe, on Thursday.
I'm excited about that.
8 a.m. hour hanging out with us. And then like Dave Chappelle will be in town opening that new comedy club below House of Blues. Was it called
Oh, wow.
Punchline? Or what's the name of it?
I don't know.
I forget the name of it. It's some new comedy club, but tickets already sold out. They sold out in like 2 minutes.
Really?
Oh, wow.
But it's
Well-
only like 250 seats.
I'm probably the
Oh,
only
yeah.
person that ever wanted to walk out of a Dave Chappelle show because there is a such thing as too much. It was a surprise show at the Improv. I'd gone for another comic. That comic brings out Dave Chappelle. It was a total surprise. It was after he left the Chappelle show. So it was one of his
That was a
first.
No, that was a setup. We were all there, remember?
That was a setup?
Yeah, because he brought his bus. That was his tour.
It
Yeah.
was?
Yeah, it wasn't a surprise.
I thought it was a surprise.
No, he was there, but he went on for.
So long.
That's before. Now his act is 10 times better.
Because you
Yeah.
could tell he was riffing, and it was like observational comedy where he'd riff so long that he's like, man. Then you can tell he's like thinking, what am I going to talk about next? And I was like, oh my God,
He's
dude,
just
end the
working
show,
things
end the
out.
show,
He's more
Dave,
concise
end the
now.
show. Like, I'm so tired.
Definitely
I'm
at
so
the
tired.
Mo Amherst show, you could tell he was working things through, but it was quicker than that.
Okay,
you know?
yeah, it was really Ahmad, I was not excited. I was like, I've
He
been
was
here for
great
a long
at Mo,
time.
but
It was fine the first hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we get to hour 2,
You're like, okay.
I was like,
when you know he's
go.
when you know
Get out of here.
when he has no material, when you know he's just trying throwing stuff to the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you could tell he was doing that.
There
But
were stories
overall, he's
about
an awesome comic.
Chappelle doing like a 5-hour set.
Oof.
I could
Goodness.
believe it.
Yeah.
He smoked a cig during our set. He was just smoking away.
Oh, yeah, you
Oh,
can,
yeah.
It's
He doesn't
wafting
care.
through the crowd.
like, ugh.
Have you ever seen The Nutty Professor with Eddie Murphy? He is the bad comic that makes fun of Sherman for being overweight. That's
Oh, yeah.
Dave Chappelle.
Eddie took care of him to get him into movies and stuff.
Oh, he did?
Yep.
Because they knew each other. That's good to know. Coming up next, let's go with this.
Hey, yo. Time for KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
All right, today is the last day you can apply for property tax relief from the derecho, and that could actually lower how much you owe. So people who sustain damage equivalent to 15% of their property's value are eligible to apply, so go to hcad.org. That's hcad.org. Astros right fielder Kyle Tucker confirmed he did sustain a fracture to his right shin back in June. It wasn't just a contusion as the team originally announced, and it sidelined him for 3 months. Now, Tucker indicated a return for Wednesday's game is unlikely, but if things go well, he could be activated on Thursday's series finale in a limited role.
It's very interesting because this didn't come out to like that reporter was named Chandler Rome, I believe his name is. He had 3 sources that said there was more than just because they've been telling us
Story about it.
stories like, it's a little bruise and they just sore for 3 months. Everyone's like, come on. The ball was 100 mile per hour thrown at him. He hit it, so it went off his shin. Something's going to fracture. Something's going to happen there. Why didn't you just come clean? But they're like, we didn't know that. We had to wait till the swelling went down. I don't know why they
throwing
were.
at bat. He
What do
wasn't
you
hit
mean? How do you
directly.
not
It just
know?
makes people
Like an
wonder about the
X-ray will tell
Astros.
you.
Why are they always this secretive and like just,
Well, maybe they because it's
not like football where you can hide
contract here.
football? You hide. No. He's got another year.
Oh, okay.
In football, you don't want people to know you got a hurt arm because they're going to target it,
Yeah.
or they're not. They have a whole scheme against you,
Yeah.
and then you don't
Hurt you
play.
more.
Anytime that you think that, remember, we will always live with the Astros cheating scandal. There's a documentary on Netflix about the Michigan sign stealing
And it's called
scandal.
Sign Stealer, and I was thinking,
I
why
watched
did they
it.
save that title for when they tune the
No,
MLB?
I watched it, and it's like you realize that everybody, they were just mad because this guy was the first to figure it out. But then you realize that every single team is doing this. And you can only think that after watching that every baseball team was doing what the Astros was doing.
And there's books about
Like
it.
every team was doing it. We just got caught.
We went a little crazy with the trash can.
The trash can, yeah.
Which is so dumb. I still think
Of
that
all
is
the
the dumbest
things,
thing
I
ever.
think the
How do
We
trash
you
should have hired
do
that guy that
anything?
whistles that you hear sometimes on weekend games. You'll hear the guy during the baseball game whistling really loud.
No, y'all, there was an
Drives me
Astros
nuts.
game. Was
Like,
it 2
just
weeks
use
ago?
that guy.
There was a little kid somewhere too close to the camera. And OMG, this kid, all you could, let's go Astros! The whole game. I was like, oh my God, this little boy is way too close. This camera is driving me nuts.
That's hilarious.
Because it was cute, like maybe for 2 innings. By the 5th one, I was
Kid
like,
kept it
okay,
up.
kid, they're not going. They're losing right now. Stop the kid from saying, let's go
Hey,
Astros.
that's great. A kid actually had faith.
Yeah.
I know, but it was so unnerving.
Annoying.
We're down by 10.
No Astros. Oh, there we let another one go. Coming up next, revenge. Did somebody mess with you and you got them back, but they don't know you got your payback? That's what revenge is all about. You'll hear it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.